Hello and happy Tuesday. Welcome to Tech Talk Tuesday. It is 10 o'clock, 10:02 Mountain Standard Time, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. I want to thank you all for tuning in. As usual, please just do me a favor and comment below, give me a like, and give me a share. Do something to let me know that you're here and let me know that you can hear me. Looks like I can see myself on my other computer here, so I would assume that you can too. Let me do that good old audio check to make sure I can hear myself. Let's see, can I hear myself? I can. Cool. All right, everybody, welcome to Tech Talk Tuesday. My name is Michael Demond, and I'm the owner of WeMerge Media. And I, for the past 20 years, have been helping small business owners adapt to technology and adapt their business to online. So I really enjoy technology. I really love online marketing, and I love helping people. So every week, I've decided to go live on Tuesdays to come and share some technology tools that I think small business owners could use to help them grow their business online. You may be a business owner, and this information may be relevant and speak to some of the issues that you have. You may not be a business owner, and you may be thinking about becoming a business owner. This information still should be useful for you should you decide to do so. So let me just go ahead real quick while we are all getting settled in. Let's see if I got some comments. Checking in. Carmen is here. Thank you, Carmen, for checking in. Thank you for joining. I'm going to do a quick couple of shares because I want to make sure that everybody has access to join us today. Share to group. So today we're going to be talking about Facebook lead ads, and I actually have three different strategies that I'll be sharing with you. Uh, ah, Three different strategies, some more effective than others, but I'm looking forward to kind of talking about that and showing you some of the tools that Facebook now offers to help small business owners with this sort of thing. And I've talked to people a lot when they're just like, Facebook, I have all these people following me, or I'm interacting with all these people on Facebook, but I can't, I don't have their email addresses, or I can't market to them outside of that. So today I'm going to give you some ways to be able to solve that problem, and we're going to do that together. Now, these are usually scheduled for 30 minutes. I think we should be good with this one here, coming in just under time. And let me share it one more place. Coming in just in under time. And the idea behind this is for me to kind of share this information with you, you to decide if this is something you can use, if it's something you need or want some help with. If so, we can always touch base offline afterwards, and I can go ahead and I can help you get started. So today I mentioned that I'm streaming live. I'm in three places. One of them is on Instagram Live. So hey, people, if you're on Instagram, there's a link on the bio that'll allow you to watch with us on YouTube. And for my Facebook friends, we are here live on the WeMerge Media page and then on my personal page. So I'm going to put some stuff in the comments below because there's going to be a couple things that I referenced that I want you to have access to, and I'll share those in the comments below. So let me go ahead and take a quick look. Carmen's here. Crystal West is here. Thank you, Crystal, for joining. Go ahead and give this a share. For anybody who tunes in and may not be able to stay for the whole thing, keep in mind that this is always recorded and you can come back and watch this later. So it's not a big deal if you can't stay for the whole thing, but hopefully you can. So let me go ahead and get the show started. Again, my name is Michael Demond, and today at Tech Talk Tuesday, I really appreciate you taking some time to join me today. I am currently broadcasting through a software called StreamYard, and I will put a link in the comments if you're someone who does live streams and wants to be able to broadcast simultaneously to multiple places like Facebook and YouTube, eventually LinkedIn. You'll be able to use that software to do so. Today's topic of Tech Talk Tuesday is Facebook lead ads. So if you own a business and you have a Facebook business page, you've probably wondered how to get email addresses from the people who discover your business on Facebook, and then how you can also kind of keep in touch and communicate with them outside of Facebook. Because sometimes you need to send email newsletters out, or you may have special things that are more timely that you need to get out to people. So if you're only relying on your Facebook posts, you may not necessarily have the most immediate way to reach the most people. And then you also don't have that contact information for you to be able to follow up or to do some additional marketing with people beyond that point. So for today, I'm going to share with you three ways to achieve this. One, you can simply just ask people, write a post or send a message and ask people, hey, can I get your email address? Or would you mind subscribing to my email list? That's one way, but you can't possibly message. You could, if you wanted to, message everybody that you know, people within your circle, and ask that. But it's not the most efficient way, I think, if you really want to target people that are specific to what it is that you're looking for and what it is that you're offering. So that's one way you can do that. Another way is that you can use Facebook's sign up button. And I'm going to show you how that works. It's free. If you have a Facebook business page, I can show you how to turn it on and how to set that up. You do, however, need to have an email marketing service or something that you can take people to so that they can then enter their email address, or that you can collect their email address. So there's something that you need there. And then the third way, which is going to be the way that I talk about primarily today, is running what they call a Facebook lead ad campaign. Now, this is something that Facebook has added that I actually think is pretty cool. Reason being is that Facebook has access, whether we like it or not, to billions of people, and they have their information. They have their email, they have their phone number, they have the contact information. And one of the things that they've done with this new Facebook lead ads is that they have where you can create what they call a Facebook lead ad. People can click either a link or a button, and the information that they provided Facebook with, so their name, their email address, their phone number, if you decide that's something that you want to collect, all that information is actually auto-populated. And that information can be sent to Facebook lead ads so that you can then use it in your business afterwards. Now, the key there about that is that I said auto-populated, meaning that it's less for the person who may be interested in what you're offering to do. All they have to do is say, hey, Facebook's going to populate those fields. They can look at it like, yep, that's the information I want to use, and they can hit the submit. After they hit submit, you get that info, and then you have the option to be able to direct them to some type of offer or something that you're going to give them in exchange, or something of value that they may need or want that's going to be helpful for them. So I know I sign up for stuff all the time. There's always times when I go on a website or I see something on Instagram and I'm like, oh man, I could really use that, or I could put that to use. And I get my email address. I don't mind because there's something of value in it for me. And people are willing to do so. Don't think that just because you're asking for an email address that people are going to just automatically say no and not want to have anything to do with it. The thing you have to be mindful of is that you have to target the right people. You have to make sure you have something that's of interest that people actually want, and then make sure that you have the infrastructure in place to be able to support that process that I just described. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to switch over to screen share mode, and I'm going to walk you through some of these things using my Constant Contact account. Okay. So let me, here we go. Go ahead and get started there. Let me take a quick question. Dion, thank you for tuning in. It works, and you're amazing to work with. Thank you so much. I've had such a pleasure working with Dion over the past month. She's one of my clients and a real estate agent in Wisconsin. And, realtors are no joke about the technology. Like you have to, in that business, have to use that stuff. And I've been loving working with Dion to put that stuff in place for her. So thank you so much for sharing that. And it does work, people. I'm telling you, like if you do the right thing and you have the right system in place, you really could leverage this and start to grow your business. So let me go ahead and do that whole screen share that I promised you. I'm just going to share my entire screen. So let me just do that. It's going to look a little ugly for a second. And I'm going to start by going over to my Facebook, my WeMerge Media page, because I wanted to, actually, you know what? Let's do this. Let's go over to Constant Contact first. So Constant Contact is a software that I have been using for some years, and they recently added some features that I've been really loving. One of the things that they've done well is that they've integrated all the tools that you need as a small business owner or as a digital marketer to manage your digital marketing. So not only can you do email marketing in Constant Contact, but you can build websites in here now. They also have integrations with your social media, so you can connect on your social media pages. So you can actually create posts in here to post to multiple platforms, but you can also create ads, and we're going to talk about the ad portion today. So as I mentioned to you, there are 3 ways that you can get people to share their information with you. And one of them was to simply write a post and ask people, can you subscribe to my email newsletter? Or I have something to offer you. Can I get your email address in exchange? Or you can just inbox people. You don't need me to tell you how to do that. But what you may need some help with is me showing you how to use Constant Contact or some other tools to be able to do that. So let's start with number 1. This is cool. As you see, so as I'm live, what's funny, this is actually here, you can see the comments because I have my social media integrated with my Constant Contact. I can see the comments live streaming, right here in Constant Contact as they're occurring, which is cool. So if you have Constant Contact, What you'll want to do is you'll want to log into your account and go to the social tab, and here you'll be able to connect your account. If you don't have constant contact, stick around. I'll tell you how I can help you get that if this is something that looks useful for you and you wanted to put into place. So once you're in your account, you have the ability to then connect the accounts that you have. And they have Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Twitter. Now, one thing that I noticed is that I was able to link 3 different pages that I have on LinkedIn here, but I was only able to link one of my Facebook pages and one Instagram page. I'm going to contact them to make sure I'm not missing anything, but it seems that that's the way that that is, that I can do it only one with those, but I'm just going to double check and make sure. There we go. I want to be, here, I'm going to give you guys a full screen so you can see everything good. Okay. All right, so once you do that, you want to just go ahead and click on it. It's going to ask you to log in and you can click your accounts, okay? That part's easy. Once your accounts are connected, now you have the ability to be able to do posts. So if I want to create a post and post to that platform, I can do so. Or you can create ads, and ads is what I want to talk to you about today. So let me show you one that I set up as a test. I think it's this one. I'm going to show you what I set up here as a test, and then I'm actually going to start from the beginning and kind of walk through that platform process with you. Now, so let's go ahead, and I think I deleted it because I wanted to start fresh. So let me go ahead and just kind of walk you through. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and click create. And click create. It's going to ask me what I want to create. So here you can actually see that you can create quite a bit. Email blasts, email automations, you can create social media posts, events, but we're going to do ads for today. And specifically, we're going to do a Facebook lead ad. You can also use this and collect leads and get information or advertise on Instagram. So Instagram works a little bit differently. They don't have the lead ad for that per se. If you want to just run an ad on Facebook and Instagram through here, you can do so. But I specifically want to focus on Facebook lead ads. If you'll notice, you can also do Google ads here too. So once you log in and you choose you want to do a lead ad, it's going to show which account you have. So I've already connected my account. It's going to show your spending account. So that's the account that has the money connected to it. And then it's going to ask you what page would you like to connect. Now there's 2 here. For some reason, I don't know why this one pulls. It might be my personal. I have to find out. But I would like to know if I can do this for multiple pages. So that's going to be one of my follow-ups after this. So I choose my WeMerge Media page, and I'm going to give this a name. We're going to advertise today my free 15-minute marketing consultation. Okay, consult. I'm just going to say consult. So once I go ahead and hit save, it now asks me to just look at everything and confirm, and then I can go ahead and start building my ad. So it says, select the social media pages that you want to connect to, and I want to do my WeMerge Media page. It says select an Instagram account. So if I want to connect to Instagram, I can also do that and run that ad here too. I don't think the lead portion runs on there, but we'll find out. I'm going to choose it for now. So I'm going to hit save. And the next part is the ad design. So here, you want to make sure that you've thought about what it is that you're going to offer beforehand. Because when you get to this point, you need to have your copy written, have your artwork and your graphics written, and then you need to be able to have your links that you're going to direct people to. So let's go through this together. Let me kind of walk you through what I'm going to do. I'm just going to start where it is. In the lead ad, it says add your content. So I want to target small business owners who are frustrated with digital marketing and need some help. So I'm going to say, are you frustrated? Are you a business owner? And are you frustrated with digital marketing? Because most of the people that I talk to, simply, they just are. And they're like, look, this is a lot. I don't want to deal with it. And I just need somebody to kind of either help me or I need somebody to do it. So I'm going to speak to that because I know from experience, that's what a lot of the people that I work with are dealing with, they feel overwhelmed by. So are you a business owner and are you frustrated with digital marketing? Let me help you. Get a free, oops, I forgot you can't have like multiple explanations, multiple periods, that sort of thing. Let me help you schedule a free 15-minute marketing consultation. And I'm over my characters. So I'm just going to say schedule a free marketing consultation. I had this written out in my sample one before. I guess I deleted it. So let me just say, let me help. This is good though, because then you can see that you need to be very precise about what you want to say. Let me help, schedule free marketing consultation. All right. So you have to check here if this ad is political or not. They also have special categories. So if your business is in real estate, I think it's credit cards, employment, or political, you have to designate that. But I'm not in those categories, so that's why I don't have to do that. So that's the copy that I'm going to use for now. I probably feel like I can make this a little stronger, but I'm just going to keep it nice and simple. Next, it asked me to add my image. So let me go ahead and do that. I have an image that I already created. I'm going to upload a new one because I revised it here. It's important that you're organized and you know how to get to your content. Sometimes when I'm working with people, they download stuff and they don't have no clue where they downloaded it. So do yourself a favor and create some folders on your computer so that you know where stuff is and pay attention to where you save things, because it's going to save you in the long run when you're doing stuff like this. So now I have my graphic, and I have my graphic loaded here. That's not the one I wanted, but I'm just going to go ahead and choose this one for now. Okay. I notice sometimes when I upload my image, it doesn't load right away. I have something similar to this without the share button. That's what I wanted. Let me just go back over real quick. Let's see if it's there. It might have still been loading and I left right away. Oops. Let's go choose image. There it is. I think it was loading and I was impatient. Okay, so I have my graphic there, free 15-minute marketing consultation. Next is the headline. So the headline is going to appear down here at the bottom next to the button. So I'm going to say, let's see, get started now. Then I'm going to choose my button to say I could do learn more. Okay, so I got that. So next, after I complete all those fields, is that I can actually go over to the form. And this is where I can kind of preview what that process is going to look like. So the process is going to look like this for me, is that I'm going to ask for an email address, which is automatic. Facebook is going to auto-populate this based on the information that the people have. So whatever they created their account with, they can just automatically just tap it to agree to use that, or they can enter an email address if they want to use a different one. After they enter that email address, it's going to take them to another form, and then they'll be able to add additional contact information that you may want to collect. Right now, I'm just in the add content. If I want to edit the form, this is where I can choose what information that I want. Now, one thing to note about this is that you don't want this to be too long, because if you ask too many questions, people don't want to do it. It's just kind of the way it is. So I always try to ask for the minimum information that I need to be able to follow up with them and have a discussion with them afterwards. So the email is required. I want the first name, the last name, and I don't need the phone number because I can initiate my first contact via email. Some businesses, you may want that phone number. Like I know in real estate, it's good to get that phone number because they're making calls all the time. But for me and for what I do, I typically don't. I'll usually just rely on the email addresses. So I just have those 3 fields there, and those are the ones I'm going to save and collect in my form. So I've done my lead ad. Did I save? I did not save. I feel like I can erase a stronger copy here. So link. So next is, okay, after they submit that information and after they press the submit button, if you're offering something, you need to take them to that offer. So if it's a download, you have to make sure you give them a link to download whatever it is you're downloading. Or if you're taking them, like I am, to a website where they can book their consultation, I'm just going to copy this page and I'm going to include that link. Now, one other thing that's important is that you have to have a privacy policy when you're collecting people's contact information. The reason is that you have to have something that people can access to see, how you're going to manage their content. So on my website, I have a privacy policy, it's a general statement that just kind of says, hey, if I use your emails, I won't sell it to anyone, I won't do this, I won't do that. That's what that is. there's websites out there that you can have those generated, and it's free to do in most cases. So let me just go get my WeMerge Media privacy policy, and then I'll paste that there. They won't let you complete the process with this unless you put a link to that privacy policy. So I'm going to go ahead and just click and copy this, and then come back to the ad and paste. There we go, and hit save. So now I can go ahead and I can do the next step, which is selecting my audience. Let's see. So it asks you, okay, so remember I talked about there's 4 different categories. So if you're one of these categories, you have 3 different categories, you have to designate that. They asked about the political up front, but I'm not, so I'm going to say none. And then you can either reach a new audience, or you can do a lookalike audience, which is where you upload some contacts, and then Facebook will try to find people that match those demographics. But we're going to keep it simple, and I'm going to do new custom audience, and I'm going to do typically I'm going to say 25 to 65 in the United States, and I'm going to target, since I'm new here in Phoenix, I would love to be able to get some more clients here in Arizona. I can also just leave it general. I don't have to narrow it. I really can serve people all over the place. So if we want to leave it to the United States, you can. If people have specific interests that you want to target, you can do so too. So as you see right now, it says my estimated reach is about 190 million people. I can narrow that, or I can keep it broad. But I talked about wanting to reach small business owners, so I'm going to put small business. I saw one that says home office, so I'm going to include that. You can also choose people who have interest in certain products or pages that you know that your audience may be into. So like for me, if people have Constant Contact, maybe they have it, but they're not comfortable with how to use it, I can actually do that too. Now, the more of these qualifiers that I put in here, you'll notice instead of 190 million, I'm now estimated to reach 51 million people. And I'm just going to leave it there, and we're going to go ahead and save so we can go to the next step. And then the last step is for you to set your budget and decide how long you want this to run. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say I want this to be at $50, and I'm going to run it for 2 weeks, and I want to start it today. So it's telling me on average, I'm going to spend about $3.57. Now, what I know about the thing that I'm offering is that my 15-minute consultations typically have been bringing me qualified clients, because typically people have marketing related issues that they want to solve, and we talk about them during that time, and it's actually has helped me find people that say, hey, yeah, I can actually help you with this, and then it grows into a business relationship. So you really need to think about what it is that you offer in your business that people really want and need, and think about what your offer is going to be. How are you going to get them to say, yes, this is somebody or I want to work with, and this is something that I want to do. So now that I did that, I'm going to go ahead and hit publish. I get a chance to preview, and I'm going to come back later. I can edit this, but I'm going to publish it for now so you can see the process from start to finish. So while that's going, I want to go ahead and look at the comments. I see that we have a couple comments here and that I will share with you. Okay, so my ad is submitting. Yolanda asked the question, can you add soundless videos in there? So I was actually trying to add a video here in this, and it would only take images. I do know if you run it through Facebook, if you want to do an ad like this through Facebook directly, you can do a video ad from there. So that's something to keep in mind. I think what's happening with like Constant Contact, since a lot of these things are new, Facebook is giving them like so much access and so much, to kind of start with, and then I think things grow from there. But if you're running an image ad and you want something that's convenient and a way to be able to kind of monitor this stuff all together, I think this is a quick and easy way to do so. So that's it. I just have the ad ran there. For more advanced features, I would typically go to Facebook. If you have a business page, you actually have what they call Facebook. What do they call it now? Because they're always changing the name of it. Business resource or something like that. But you can run your ads through Facebook directly too. It is a lot more involved, and it might be a little more intimidating if you are not familiar with the questions that they ask in the fields that they show. But you can run an ad through Facebook Ads Manager, as well as you can do it through Constant Contact. I would say sometimes for my clients, especially if there's more advanced and there's more steps involved, I would just go into Facebook Ad Manager and create them there. But I think for the small business owners who may want to create their own ads and something quick and simple, that's a good way to do so. So the other thing that I want to point out to you is I talked about having a way to be able to do this if you don't have Constant Contact. This way doesn't have the reach, I'd say, because you're not advertising. So on your business page, if you ever notice, let me view this as a visitor. on your Facebook business page, you have the option to have a button on your page, and this button has a lot of different functionality. This button right now is set up to visit groups. I want to show you how to change that. So if you have, let's say, like a different email marketing system, or if you have a different link, like a lead page link you want to direct people to, you can actually put that button here. Now, the thing that you need to be mindful of is that you have to get people to this page. So unless you have a page that has a lot of traffic and people are coming and very interactive on your business page, which not is happening most of the case without advertising, you're probably not going to get the same outcome as you would as if you were to run an ad. But it's still good option to be able to put it there. So I can go ahead and click edit, and then it says edit this button. And from here, you can do all these things. You can make that a follow button. You can be a order button if you're a restaurant. All these different options are here. And one of them is to do a sign up. So to do the sign up, you would just simply choose that. And this is where you would include a link to sign up on your email newsletter or to get to your news, your lead offer. But again, keep in mind, you have to be getting traffic to this page for people to do that, to see that. I was reading that nowadays, Facebook is only showing the stuff that you post on your business page to about 2% of the people that are following you. So not 100% of the people that are on your Facebook business page are seeing everything that you post. And that's what's causing a lot of frustration for people, because they're like, I'm posting all this stuff, but I'm not getting any response. Well, that's the reason why. So to get around that, and they needed to do this in order so that they can, they're a business too, and they need to grow. They sell advertising. Now, if you want to reach people, you want to be seen by more people, you have to do advertising. That's just what it always has been. We got used to all the free features on Facebook, but now that's the way that you need to do it to really get the reach on there. So I've given you 3 different options. Let me review and recap. One of them, you can simply ask people for their email address and, do that through Messenger or Post. The second one is you can use that button feature on your business page, turn that into a sign up button, and people can join your email list from there. And then the third is the Facebook lead ad that we just walk through that process on how to run and how to set those up through Constant Contact. But like I mentioned, you can also do that through Facebook Ad Manager. It's just a little more advanced, and you need to know what you're doing a little bit if you're going to do that properly. So let's take a quick look at the questions and see answer. You have this question, can you add a soundless video there? Again, through Constant Contact, it has to be an image. But if you want to post a video ad, you can do that through Facebook Ad Manager. Crystal asked about Twitter. So I'm using Constant Contact here, and I have Twitter connected, so I can post to Twitter from here, but I don't think the advertising portion is here yet. So if you want to advertise on Twitter, you need to go on Twitter and use Twitter advertising. It's a totally different platform there. All right, I trust you. Y'all is good. Thank you very much, Crystal. I appreciate that. Appreciate it. So it's 10:30. We made it under 30 minutes. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Tech Talk Tuesday. I promised that I would share some stuff with you, so let me put those links in the comments. So I'm going to share 2 things. If you want Constant Contact and you're not using it, and you want to start using email marketing and all that good stuff, I'm going to put a link in here so that you can schedule a 15-minute consultation and take advantage of that, and we can use that time to get you set up. You can start with a trial account so you can see how the features work and all that good stuff. And if you decide you want to keep it, you can always upgrade it. So that's number 1. And then if you are a business and you do streams and you want to be able to stream broadcasts like I am to multiple platforms, you can use StreamYard. So I'll put those 2 things in the comments below. So thank you very much for tuning in today. I appreciate your time, and I look forward to talking to you again next week on Tech Talk Tuesday. Enjoy your day.